Sir, this course and sir, this course and program outcome both are same or different?
Sir, ನಾನು ಹೇಳ್ತೇನೆ ಕೋರ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ ದಟ್ ಇಸ್ ದ ಪೇಪರ್. ಈಗ 3.1 ಯಾವುದೋ ಒಂದು ಇದಿದೆ, ದಟ್ ಪೇಪರ್ ಈಸ್ ಕೋರ್ಸ್. ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದಟ್ ಪೇಪರ್ ಓನ್ಲಿ ಈಸ್ ದ ಕೋರ್ಸ್ ಔಟ್ಕಮ್. ಅದು ಪ್ರೋಗ್ರಾಮ್ ಈಸ್ ದ ಡಿಗ್ರಿ, BSc. That completion of all the papers, what do you expect from the student? What is the level of the student? Okay, that is called as program outcome. So total is program, right? And each paper is course outcome and program outcome. These are the two things, sir. Now we will come to the third criteria, Barana sir. Third criteria is related to research, innovation, and extension. The weightage for this third criteria is 110 marks. That is 440 marks is for this research, innovation, and extension. Again, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 key indicators are there. 5 key indicators. The first one is resource mobilization for research. How you will get the money, how you will mobilize the money for doing the research. See, for institution, for colleges and all, this criteria, the weightage is 110. If you look at the university, for university, this weightage is 250. That means 250 into 4, that is 1000 marks is there. 1000 marks is there for universities for this criteria. So maximum weightage is given for this criteria in university. Okay, here how you will get the money to do your research, that is the one thing. The second one is innovation ecosystem. How you will do the innovations, discoveries, etc. That how the institution is doing it, and what are the documents they are having, what are the policy documents they are having. Those type of questions will be asked in this research, publication, and award. Then extension activities. What are the different activities done by the institution for the society? For the society, what you are doing. See, our research is in such a way that nowadays, if you look at the output, number of papers somewhere I have studied or read like this, it is equal to the publication done by China. But what is the output of the research? The research output, how to measure the research output? Not based on the number of papers or impact factor, but whether it is reached to the society. That is very, very important. See, we have done so much of research, so much of money is involved in the research, and so many national premier institutes are there where a lot of research is done. Okay, but have we developed any medicine or any important thing which is of use to the society? That is the one of the thing we have to think. And most of the time we will give problems to the students, means which we know the solution already. We know the solution for that problem. That problem will be given to the student so that the student will solve it and he will get his PhD and some publication will be done. That is the thing. But if you look at the Western system of education and research, they are application oriented. So they want to prepare a type of molecule for particular disorder or a disease. They will work on only on that one only. So if you want to develop a medicine for diabetes, they will work on diabetes only. But our research is in such a way that we will develop one molecule, we will test it for antibacterial, antifungal, anti-cancer, that this and all, and it will not work out anywhere and nothing there, and some 2 publications, and the boy will get the PhD and he will go up and the guide will be happy. He has produced one PhD with the 2 papers. That's all. What is the impact factor? What is the output? Nothing. So we're spending the time, we're spoiling the time of the student as well as the teacher, and money and time is also wasted. That is the thing. Then extension activities I told. No? Then collaboration. So whether you are having collaboration with the different organization, and what is the output you obtained by the collaboration, all those things are asked in this metric. See, now we'll come to the metric. This is a quantitative metric. Grants received from government and non-government agencies. Earlier only we had government and separate for non-government. Here now in the reduced metrics, 57 metrics manual, we included both the government and non-government grants. Okay, here how many projects grants are received, that data has to be provided. This is a quantitative metric. If you say that 10 projects you got, what is the amount of the money you got it, all those things has to be documented. Institution has created an ecosystem for innovation, Indian Knowledge System, IPR, including awareness of IPR, establishment of IPR cell, all those things were there. The institution is having all these IPR cell, etc., etc. That is the question we are having. Number of workshops, seminar related to intellectual property right, patenting, etc. How many programs you have conducted? That question is there. Weightage is 5. Number of research papers published per teacher in the journal notified on UGC care list during the last 5 years. So how many papers you have published? That is the question. But they have to be published in UGC care list journal. So you have to give the name of the author and name of title of the paper, when it is published, whether it is there in the UGC care list, and you have to give the link to the UGC care list. So that number will be counted. And here the number of research papers published per teacher in the journals. So let us assume that your institution is having 50 teachers. Okay. So 50 teachers, if they publish one paper, 50 papers are needed per year. This is data we are collecting it for 5 years. So if there are 50 teachers are there, 250 publications if you produce, then each teacher will get one. If you want to publish at least 10 papers per year per head, then 50 into 10 is 5,000. Into 5 years, it is 2,500 papers are needed to get good marks for this metric. Okay, so number of publications has to be increased. Number of book chapters, how many book chapters you have published, and these book chapters are to be in the ISBN number. They should have an ISBN number. That data is necessary. Outcome of extension activities. Outcomes of extension activities in the neighborhood community in terms of impact, sensitizing the students to social issues for their holistic development during the last 5 years. So whether your students have gone to the neighboring places and they have helped NSS, NCC, those activities can be included in this one. And awards and recognition received by the...
Sir, what is the difference between ISSN and ISBN?
Sir, for journals, ISSN number will be there. For books, it is ISBN number will be there. Okay, each journal will have ISN number, and for books, ISBN. And if you want to publish a book, okay, you can write to that ISBN, this organization, to get the ISBN number. They will give the number, and in your book you can put that number. Okay, that is the procedure you have to follow. ISN. Awards recognition for extension activities. See, by the government and government recognized bodies, right? So if your NCC and NSS students, they get recognition from the government and other things, those recognitions has to be recorded here. Number of extension outreach programs conducted by the institution through the organization forms NCC, NSS, etc. Same type of question. And these are the data templates are there. These are the things. Okay. Right. Now, one important thing is number of collaboration. I wonder number of extension, number of MOUs, collaboration, linkage of the faculty exchange, etc. is there. See, MOU, we can have different MOUs with different agencies. Maybe you are having a bank in your area, you can have an MOU with that bank. Those people will come and give lectures to your students how to open an account, that this and all those things. And if there is any uh, savings, etc., those things can be done. Such type of activity can be taken up. See, these are number of MOUs and collaboration. They should be in active. The proposals must be active. If you are having an MOU with an industry for student exchange or project work, if they are allowing your students to take up the project works, okay, that you can have an MOU. So this MOU should be active. MOU should be there, and based on this active MOU only, then you have to give the number of MOUs, right? So based on the MOU, you can take up different. You can have an MOU with the neighboring institution for utilization of some instruments. That's possible. If the institution is having an instrument, okay, if your students want to use it or you want to use it for your research activity, you can have an MOU and you can make use of that one. That is one part. And based on the data obtained, you can do the joint publication. That is, publication is different. In the paper, you will get the authorship and other things. That is different. But for doing this, you can have an MOU. And based on the MOU, you are doing this activity. Those are the things. And for research related activities to be established in the institution, some important policy documents are very much necessary. See, publication. For publication, university will pick some standards. So some plagiarism test has to be done. Okay, plagiarism value should be less than 10% or 20%. It depends on the university to university. Like that, your institution should have some policy document. Then, if you do some collaborative activity, and if you generate some revenue by this collaborative activity, or if you are giving consultancy. So for consultancy also, there should be a consultancy document which is available to the faculty members. In that consultancy document, there should be a agreement between there should be clear cut information that how much percentage of the consultancy amount will be to the institution and to the faculty member. So 70%, 30% or something like that. Okay. So if you generate some revenue has to be given to the teacher. That policy documents are very much essential. And for doing the research, seed money is very much essential. See, when a new teacher enter into the institution, whether it's a university or a college or whatever it may be, to start the research, you need some fund. So that fund has to be given to the teacher as a seed money. So using that seed money, you will set up his laboratory, you will purchase some books like computer, whatever you want. No, that amount has to be given as seed money. Seed money concept should be there in the institution, and the money has to be given. The teacher has to use that, he has to utilize it. All those things are there. Similarly, consultancy document should be there, collaborative this one should be there, and what is the money given to the teacher to go to the abroad to make the paper presentation, how many papers he has to publish every year. Okay, all these document has to be prepared by the institution, and it must be made available to the faculty member, so that it will help the teacher to concentrate on the research aspect. Many a times it happens, okay, if I get some money from agency as a consultancy fees, I will not be able to get anything. Everything goes to the university or the institution. Why should I work? These type of things will be there, and there is no clarity for the person who is taking up whether I can do the MOU or not. Whether if I do MOU, what happens? If I collect some money from that, what happens to me? All this confusion is there. So all these confusions has to be removed from the institution side, and the institution has to say that these are the facilities we are providing, these are the rules are there, follow the rules, make the things go happen, right? This is how the things has to move very smoothly. That is the intention for this metric. Not only publication, writing the books and writing the articles. Okay, apart from that, lot of activities can be taken up. You can do innovations, you can do the patents. So patenting is also very important. And as a part of your research activity, locally available some material will be there. So for example, I can say that our turmeric and basmati, we lost the patents. Okay, so US has claimed the patent on turmeric as well as basmati, saying that these are our products. Okay, but then the scientist Professor Maselkar, he was instrumental in handling the situation, and he fought in the world law court, and we got back the patent to India. They said that okay, this two basmati and turmeric belongs to India. Like that, there are so many things are there which we don't know, and those things can be documented, and there has to be say that these are the properties of the local or the Indians. That is very important. So these all these things can be included under this criteria 3. So each one is very important for us, and all these things are related to the area. Local products are there, local materials are there. All these things has to be documented properly. Now we'll move on to the criteria 4, that is infrastructure and learning resource. So these are entirely related to the management side. Okay. Here, what are the physical facilities available in the institution? Library as a learning resource, IT infrastructure. Then the fourth one is maintenance of campus infrastructure. For this, the total weightage is 100. That is 400 marks is there for this infrastructure and learning resource. Okay. First question is 4.1.1. This is a qualitative metric. The institution has adequate infrastructure facility for teaching, learning, classrooms, laboratories, computing equipments, ICT enabled facilities such as LMS, etc., etc. is there. Whether your institution is there, you have to write in 500 words. In 500 words, you will be writing about this metric, and you have to give supporting document, and this is verified by the peer team member, and they will give the score accordingly. Percentage of expenditure excluding salary for infrastructure augmentation. What new things are added to the campus in that particular year, assessment year? How much money is spent? That has to be recorded in lakh. For this audited statement, etc. Okay, budget, audited statement are necessary to claim these values. Library as a learning resource. See, this is a qualitative metric. Again, here you have to write about the library in 500 words. What are the facilities available in the library? Whether you are having different collections, rare books, whether you are having, what is the digitalization, to the what extent digitalization has occurred, and whether your students are able to access the library using their mobile remotely. They can open the books in the library, they can get the information, and what the librarian is helping the research scholars, how is providing the information to the research scholars to do the research, all that information, and how many people will visit the library regularly. All that information has to be documented, and this library as a learning resource, that is very, very important. So library should act as a gap between the teachers and the student, and this is very, very important. And how many spam how much money is spent on maintaining the library, what are the new books they got, all those things are very, very important to get the good score for that. Institution frequently update IT facilities and provides sufficient bandwidth for the internet. Internet connection is there, that much only we can write it. But actually, what are the IT facilities are there? Whether you are having softwares, purchased softwares are there, whether you are using pirated softwares, all those type of things will come. Okay, and what are the IT facilities you are having? What are the softwares are there? That's what I'm telling. Even for different subjects, different softwares are available which can be used to understand the subject easily. Student computer ratio, very simple. How many students are there and how many computers you are having, that automatically it will calculate the student computer ratio. percentage of expenditure incurred on maintenance of physical facilities and academic support facilities, excluding salary component. Percentage of expenditure. How much money is spent for the maintenance of the infrastructure? So main problem in the government institution, I'll say, they will build the building, they will hand it over, or they will purchase the instrument. 2 crore instrument will be purchased, but no maintenance. Okay, so annual maintenance, the AMC will not be there. You will have a very high-end Xerox machine will be there. It will run for 2 months. After 2 months, there is no maintenance. So that is the problem. So these questions will clearly says that whether you are having AMC are there or not. That is the question. So directly you can say that you can ask for a budget for this maintenance. This is one question is that 20 into 4, that means 80 marks. If you want to 80 marks, you say that this maintenance of this infrastructure, physical facilities, computing machines, etc., has to be maintained properly. For that, some budget has to be allocated. For the allocation of the budget, this question says that yes, we need this one, so please allocate money. So otherwise, it is not possible to maintain the instruments and etc. So we are having some questions which are directly related to the teachers only, for the students and teachers. So if you want to give better quality education, better things, better maintenance is very it's a must, and it's a nation in a very simple thing that has to be provided to the student. Okay, data templates and student support and progression. Okay, so what are the support given to the students and where our students are progressing after our studies, after the degree? Let us say after the BSc, where he is going, BCom, where he is going. That is the thing. And what is the support given to the student? This is the part of the thing, and where the teachers have to put a lot of effort to see that our students are placed well. Okay, because student support 50 mark is there, 50 into 4 is 200 marks. Student progression to higher studies 35 into 4. Student participation and activities, alumni engagement, we have kept less mark. Okay, 140 is the total weightage. Percentage of students benefited by scholarship and pre-ship. See how many students are getting scholarship, because there should be a student welfare cell should be there, student welfare cell or whatever you can say, and that cell has to see that what are the different scholarships available, and it has to made to known to the students. Students should know that these are the scholarships available, maybe SC/ST scholarship, OBC scholarship, Jindal scholarship, merit scholarships. So many scholarships are there. Even community scholarship may be there. All these things has to be made available and known to the students. These things has to be put in the notice board or in the WhatsApp group, and see that the student will apply and get at least 1 or 2 scholarships. At least one scholarship for each student should get some scholarship, because that will help. One is that help the student. The other thing is that will give an idea to the student that, so I am taking some scholarship, I should be bound to certain rules and regulations, and belongingness will come. If somebody gives a scholarship, if I receive, no, that belongingness will increases. That is the one of the motto or intention of this metric. Okay, so this year if some 10 students get some scholarship, no, these 10 students will say or inform the other next coming students that these are the available scholarship. Again, next year more number of students will apply and get the scholarship. That process has to continue. That is the intention of this metric. And following capacity development, whether your institution is organizing soft skill, language and communication skill, life skill, ICT computing skill, these skills are to be put into the students' curriculum. So when you design your curriculum, when you frame the curriculum, you are having the syllabus, you are incorporating these things. In chemistry also some soft skills can be introduced. ICT based ChemDraw, ChemSketch softwares are there. These softwares will help the student to draw the chemical structure, to know the physical properties, and using that computing skills, they can draw the NMR, mass spectra, etc. can be done. So many softwares are available, and in each, I hope in each subject we will be getting 10 to 20 softwares. Even there is one reaction access or something is there, where you just type the name of the reaction, it will give you the reaction mechanism will be given, questions also there. Okay, some objective question type things will come, you can answer them and you will get the score also. So it is interactive type of softwares are there. Those things can be used by the institution. Many softwares are free softwares, those things can be incorporated. Percentage of students benefited by guidance for competitive examination. You can have a competitive examination cell, student welfare person, the dean, student welfare or whatever it may be. No, you can have conduct some classes, you can organize classes, see that our students will be benefited, they can take part in competitive examination. That doesn't mean that IAS case only, you can have KSET examination. So many competitive examination in each fields are available. TOEFL, many things can be GRE, TOEFL, etc can also be helpful. The institution adopt the following for redressal of student grievance. What is the mechanism you are having? Implementation of student statutory regulatory bodies, whether you are having student grievance cell is there, organization of awareness and undertaking of the policy on zero tolerance, mechanism of submission of online and offline student grievances, timely redressal of the grievance through the party. Whether you are conducting all these things, that is very, very important. Percentage of placement, how many students have been placed, okay, how many of your students have been moved to higher education, the data is also necessary. This data gives an idea about the institution, what is the quality of education offered in that institution, how many students are going to higher studies and how many students are getting the job. Both are directly related to the quality of education. If more number of students are moving to job, that means placement, campus placement is taking place. That is good indication that your students are thorough in some subjects. And how many students are qualified in NAT, GATE examination, etc. That is also one of the indication of the quality of the education. How many awards received by the students, faculty, then average number of sports and cultural programs conducted by the institution. These are the important things. Annual day, sports day, cultural day activities should be kept on going. Okay. Whether there is a registered alumni association. Many times we say that we have collected 100 rupees as a registration fees for the alumni association. That money is there. That is not the contribution made by the alumni association. See, now the question says that whether the contribution is development of the institution, financial or other supports. Earlier, only financial support was there. Now, by any other services also can be included. The alumni association has to be registered, okay, and the students, alumni students, no, they can give donation, they can incorporate some prizes, they can give some classes, they can take up the student to their industries, okay, and some instruments, etc. they can donate. All these activities will be recorded in the alumni metric. Okay, this weightage is 10 into 4 means 40 marks is there for alumni engagement. That means, so your students, once they pass out of the institution, there will not be any bonding. So we want to say that, so these students who are graduated from your institution, they have to come back and they have to recognize the activities done in the institution, and they have to contribute to the institution back. That is the motto of this metric. Okay. Governance, leadership, and management. How the activities at the institution is taking place. Institution vision and mission leadership, strategy development, then faculty empowerment strategies, financial management, then internal quality assurance cell. See, this IQAC cell is very, very important aspect of the institution. IQAC cell. Each institution must have an IQAC cell, and IQAC person will be there. He has designated as the director of the IQAC or is the coordinator for IQAC cell. And he has got a lot of responsibilities. He has to take the entire institution in a correct direction. He is the bridging person between the management and the staff members through the principal. Okay, so whatever the activities which are taking place in the institution has to be initiated from the IQAC cell only. So this IQAC cell should know what are the activities taking place in the institution, and he has to bridge between the principal as well as the management. Any grievances are there of the staff members, what are the improvement to be done, what are the requirements of the NAAC or NIRF, all those things has to be highlighted by the IQAC cell, and these activities are necessary. That has to be kept in his mind, and those things has to be told to the management, and he has to make arrangement for the activities to be conducted smoothly. And IQAC has to look into the quality aspects in each criteria. Criteria 1 is curricular aspect, what are needed in the curricular. Second, teaching learning method, how improvement has to be done in the teaching learning method. Third one is research, how research activities has to be done. What is the publication, what is the number of publications to be done. Okay, what is the quality of publication, what is the policy of research, what is the policy for consultancy. All these has to be formulated through the IQAC cell only. So the person who is handling IQAC is very, very important. He should know the entire manual thoroughly. Requirement of the manual is very important, because nowadays ranking, etc., are linked to one or the other aspects. Grants, salary, whatever it may be, though all those things are linked to the grade of the institution. Therefore, this IQAC person should be thorough, and he should know day-to-day activities which are taking place in the different levels of the institution and organization also. Okay, institutional vision, mission, etc. will be there, right? Whether institution, okay, institution plans for effective deployment of the functioning of the institution, how the hierarchical arrangement is there, how the institution act, qualitative metric, they will be writing that one. Similarly, another qualitative metric is the institution implements e-governance in the operation, whether the entire procedure, maybe administration, administration, it may include student admission, their grants, scholarships, etc., whether it is automated. Administration is automated. If you want to take a CL, if you want to apply CL, okay, online facility is there. You can send an email to the principal asking for a day leave, or whether it's a portal arrangement is there that can be done. Finance and accounts, whether it is computerized. Examination, okay, examination, admission to examination, result declaration, etc., all those things are managed by the softwares, etc. That is one question we are asking. So weightage is very simple. That's a core. That's all. The institution has performance appraisal system for the promotion, career advancement, etc., etc. These things are necessary. There should be a one appraisal forum should be there. What are the questions you want to include? What is the requirement from the staff members for each year, etc., can be fixed for teaching as well as non-teaching. This one that has to be done through the IQAC only. Percentage of teachers provided with financial support to attend the conference. This is one of the policy documents should be there. First thing is policy document, whether you are giving financial assistance to the teachers or not, how many teachers will be given in year, how many conference you can attend, for how many conference you will be giving the money, whether it's a national or international, what are the things in 5 years, how many teachers have been given financial support? That is the question. Percentage of teachers and non-teaching staff participating in the faculty development FDP program, whether you are conducting the FDP program, how many teachers are participating, how these things are going. Okay. Institution has strategies for mobilization of optimal utilization of the resource and funds. How you are generating the revenue. On question whether you are conducting internal auditing is there. Audit will be conducted. In the audit, report will be given. Whether that report is read and next year, whether you are making the modification based on the audit report, that is also very, very important. Then 6.5, internal quality cell has contributed significantly. This is what I told in the beginning only. A regular IQAC meeting has to be conducted. Academic auditing has to be done. NIRF ranking, whether you are participating. Collaborative, quantitative initiatives done in the institution. These are the things we are asking. Then I will move on to the last criteria, that is 7th one. Institutional values and responsibilities, best practice and institutional distinctiveness. It's 100 weightage. Institution has initiated gender audit and measures for the promotion of gender equity. So qualitative metric, how the gender equity is maintained in the institution. That's a question that can be answered. The institution has facilities and initiatives for alternate source of energy and energy conservation. Alternate source of energy, okay, that is solar panel, etc., whether it's used in the institution. Okay, how much energy is generated, whether it is given back to the grid, you are getting any money for this generating alternate source of energy, those things has to be documented here. Management of various types of degrading and non-degradable waste, how waste management is done. What is the revenue generated by this waste management, whether your students are aware of this one. What is the green campus initiatives taken by the institution, how many greenery is there, how carbon dioxide fixation takes place. Okay, whether your campus is a green campus and environmental friendly campus. What are the other initiatives taken by the management and the staff to say that it's a green campus? So ban on plastic, use of glass bottles, etc., all those things can be initiated. Disabled friendly, barrier free environment. So many times institutions say that we don't have any disabled person, so we don't have a walker or this one, okay, staircase or something like that. It's not there, but that is not the question. If somebody comes from outside, you will see if there is no provision for a disabled friendly barrier, the person will go out. So it doesn't mean that one of that in staff member or a student should be disabled, then only we will construct that. Such a type of answer is not expected. Quality auditing, green audit, environmental auditing. Okay, all these auditing has to be done from the external agencies. Maybe your neighbor in the engineering college may be there, PWD will be there, electricity board is there, they can do the energy audit. Okay, green and environment department, they can do the environment auditing. Green campus initiative, what are the initiatives you have taken to see that your campus is green? Behind campus environment promotion activities, how the environmental importance is taught to the neighboring people. All those things can be documented. Discuss the institutional efforts, initiatives providing inclusive environment, tolerance, etc. This is a qualitative metric. Similarly, what are the best practice the institution is having? That question is there. Institution distinctiveness, why your institution is distinct from other institution? That question is their qualitative metric. These are the few questions are there. Okay, so just the questions are there, doesn't mean that this is to be answered by the other person. All these questions are related to the teachers only. How I will be involved in this question, that is the first thing. And by involving in each of these questions, what benefit I am getting, you can look into it. In each aspect, we are the beneficiaries. If you publish paper, you will get credit. If you publish book, you will get credit. If you involve in the environmental activity, you will be benefited your future. Okay, you will be benefiting the others also. If you teach your student about the importance of conservation of energy, rainwater, all those things, these are all social obligation of a teacher. So we are having lot of commitments, and those commitments has to be achieved, and the same things are in the question forum. Just it's a question forum is there, that's all. If you, these are the minimum activities one has to do it as a teacher. These are all our responsibilities only. But if you enter, these things are asked in the form of a question from the institution. Okay, so nothing new is there. Okay, only thing is which are there, hidden things are there. Now we are asking in the form of question, and you are presenting it to how best you are implementing all these things in the society. That much only. Okay. So any questions are there? We can discuss for some time.
Sir, Dr. Shivkumar sir, he's basically from Central Institute of Kerala. Sarige ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ear problem issue ಇರೋದ್ರಿಂದ he has typed here. ಅವರ question ಏನು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿದ್ರೆ, dear Sreenivasa sir, if each district has given permission to start universities, how can they able to maintain the standards as per the NAAC?
This is the question to the government only. Sir, only thing is you have to generate the revenue. Okay, each district has given university, but don't open all the subjects. If you think that in Kerala you are near to seashore, only open fisheries. MSc in aquaculture, MSc in that one only, you restrict to one particular field, then you will be able to give the quality. If you open all the subjects, no use, sir. Now, sir, one department is there, you can have the quality education. If you increase the number of students, again there is a problem. If you increase number of subject, again problem will continue. Okay, but starting, actually the university concept was earlier, it was different, entirely it was different. Now it has gone into different direction, and each district people say that we want one university, but what is the quality of education offered? That's what we have to think. As a teacher, we have to think, and we have to take some action. Okay, otherwise it's not possible. So maintaining the quality, and if money is not given nowadays for research and all, no, UGC is not giving the grants. Okay, so and we expect good quality research. How you can do the quality research without funds? Okay, so many things are there which in this forum we cannot discuss all those things. That's the problem. Any other questions, sir?
Sir, I think when it comes to the present NAAC system, so we jumped from the physical documents to the digital documentation, and they ask everything has to be geotagged. So whatever the programs that happens, or whatever we have done it from the like last 5 years, or whatever the programs, it has to have a geotag program where the date and every specific specifications will be mentioned in that. Okay, so how far this third party organization or the outsourcing people would be transparent and trustable, reliable when it comes to the assessment of the institution? Will there not be any bias attitude towards the institutions? Because there may be under table practices. We don't know exactly, but there might be, or there might be a chances of this under table practices may come into the picture. So what do you say about it?
So first thing is, there are government organizations also there. I told IIT Kharagpur, IIT Kanpur, okay, and NIT, Teachers Training Institution of Chennai. So many government organizations are also there as DVV partners. Okay, and the allotment of an institution to the DVV partner is automatic. So system will send when SSR is submitted, and whoever is free, that person it is sent to that one of the agency. He will take it up, and in his organization also some 4 or 5 people will be working, and he will be giving to someone, and that person will be doing the things. Okay. And as I told, no, you have made a claim of 100 teachers, he has made it 80, then again you are having an option to challenge that one in the portal, saying that no, it is 100 only, rest 20 you left it. Okay, you give me that 20. So you can get that 20, and the number will be reached to 100 only. But the thing is, when there is a confusion between understanding the metric and giving the document, that time that person will get the benefit. The DVB partner will do whatever he does, know that we have to accept it. But if you understand the metric and give the documents properly, then there is no chance for changing the values, sir. Okay. So you are having 100 teacher, you have to get 100 only. No 101 or 99. You don't accept the changed value. You constantly repeatedly raise IMS issue and get that 100. That is your duty. If you get all the values, no, then there is no biasing, nothing is there. Okay. Sir, you have to unmute. Nagaraj sir.
Sir, there is one more question again been asked by Dr. Shivkumar. Yes, that is, UGC has given permission to appoint assistant professors without having PhD. Is it not going to decrease the points in the criteria of NAAC?
Okay. So publication.
No,
sir,
it is like without PhD.
Yeah, that's why
Yeah.
that is his appointment means his publication will not be there. Only thing is, but
Yeah.
sir, we are taking the per head publication, not done by X, Y, Z. So total number of publication divided by the number of faculty member. It goes like that. So seniors has to publish more number of paper. Only research concept, I can say that a little bit it affects the publication. Okay, but quality of teaching and other things, it depends on their nature.
The reality is entirely different, sir. When we are burdened with so much of workload, we cannot produce a quality research as we cannot focus on a particular research area or a particular aspect. So we cannot continuously carry on the research activity. So where we have to balance with our the
Yes.
curriculum and the curriculum standards and the administrative works, and on top of it, all these expectations are going upward only. It is not decreasing actually, and also will not be workable. So the balance has not been straight actually. So this is also one of the reasons where the institutions will not be having so much of research productivity. So that would badly impacting on the assessment when it comes to the NAAC, sir.
Correct, sir. Correct.
That's what in recently one report is came, no, sir. For India is going to give us so much of money for publications and all. So if it is a quantity or qualitative way, it wouldn't be actually.
Yeah.
Sir, I would like to stress on one more thing. Why do we need accreditations for the universities?
Madam, yes, correct. There is
This accreditation system, sir, it is not only NAAC, sir, it is NIRF is there, QS ranking, Times ranking, all this ranking system has all balance for a complete work system.
I
sir.
think I also have the same question to Professor. NAAC,
Even I have the same question.
Sir, Professor, I come from a private background. Now I'm working in a government institution. These children are least bothered as to whether your institution is graded or not. What they require is a simple education leading them towards life. Don't you feel so specifically for the government institutions? I do agree it's a process. ಈ ಪ್ರಕ್ರಿಯೆನಲ್ಲಿ ನಾವು ಸಂಸ್ಥೆದು ಒಂದು ರೆಕಾರ್ಡ್ಸ್ ನ ಬಿಲ್ಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಆದ್ರೆ unnecessary pressure of these grading and everything and attaching. So somewhere I feel it has become a rat race. People rig up, and for the sake of grades, there is a big rat race in the whole country. how do you take this? How do you see this, Professor? Hope my colleague participants also will agree for that.
Yeah.
Because rather than the teachers,
Absolutely.
rather than the teachers, we have become such a clerical staff that we
So
need to
yeah,
develop the
We have
records.
become a clerical staffs only with handling all the
And we don't
tasks
get
and
time. Yeah, we don't
open the
get time
Excel sheet.
to prepare for the classroom.
Yes.
And if I say my students at the forest area, they're least bothered as to whether it is graded or not. Try and see that you get me education, get me a placement. If you say if it is in a metropolitan city,
Okay,
for
madam.
what amount I'm giving?
So, one second, madam, you are
Yeah.
telling that you are talking about the placement. Okay, if you want to place your students, you have to show that you are giving quality education. So somebody has to say no. So this institution is giving quality education. For that, you have to compete. If you are not ready to compete in this world, you will not be able to help your students. Your children are deprived of so many things unless you are having a card in your hand. So whether they want it or not, they don't know. The students know, they will come, they will get the degree, they will go. After getting the degree, after 4 years or 5 years, when they come back to you, then definitely they will tell that, madam, you have given very good education. Because of your education, knowledge, now I am settled. Otherwise, this degree certificate, you will hand it over to you and you will go back. Madam, keep it this with you. So that's why it is not a mandatory process. NAAC accreditation is not at all a mandatory process. If the institution wills, then only they can come for the accreditation process. But by getting that certificate, definitely at least, madam, in your institution, at least 10% of staff members, if they work. See, you see, number of paper we are telling, number of books chapters we are telling. We are not talking about the H index, impact factor, nothing. So many aspects are there, quality aspects are there. Just it's a trial run, I can say. It's just a trial run. If we ask about the impact factor, if you ask about the how many citations you are having, so many things are there. And in this type of atmosphere, this is multidimensional, so many problems are there, each area to area things are different. Okay, in that, so this is a general type of assessment, I can say that much only. Okay.
Allah, Professor, I don't have any problem with the process. ಏನಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತಾರೆ, the grading system. ಅದರಿಂದ ಏನಾಗಿದೆ, we have in fact gone
Madam,
through a process
ನಿಮಿಷ,
wherein
ತಾವು ಯಾವ ಯೂನಿವರ್ಸಿಟಿಯಲ್ಲಿ ಇದ್ದೀರಮ್ಮ ಈಗ?
University of Mysore, sir.
Which department, madam?
Commerce, sir. I'm a professor from commerce. ಅಲ್ಲ,
Commerce.
ನಾ ಹೇಳುದು, it's only cannot NAAC think in terms of simplifying the recording ಅಥವಾ ರಿಪೋರ್ಟಿಂಗ್ process, what we do. ನಾವೇನೀಗ ರಿಪೋರ್ಟ್ಸ್ ನ ಪ್ರಿಪೇರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವೋ,
ಒಂದ್ ನಿಮಿಷ ಮೇಡಮ್, ನಿಮ್ಮ ಸ್ಟೂಡೆಂಟ್, you will ask him to write 10-page essay. Okay, he will say that, okay, I will give 2 pages. You will accept it?
No.
If it's wonderful quality is there, 2 pages, we can accept it.
Yeah, I do agree.
Yes,
I agree.
we'll accept it. See, documentation is in such a way that if you are having the documents, okay, why don't you provide it, madam? Number of students you are giving, number of teachers, number of publications, any other document we are asking, nothing. All these things should be there in the department. Madam, why we lost so many, this one, I told no that turmeric and basmati. Why? Because we don't have documentation. Madam, our mindset is entirely different. We believe in the people. Okay, I will say that, okay, tomorrow you give 100 rupees. Okay, I will give. Tomorrow I will return it. Okay, you will believe that one. But this will not holds good in the court of law. There should be a documentation. And Indians, as Indians, madam, we lost our knowledge because of this attitude only. There is no written documents.
That's true.
Okay, so by mouth only, one person used to recite and the other person used to by heart it, and this has to go, and somewhere we lost so much of knowledge. And we'll say that the Nalanda was there, Takshashila was there, right? So many things we say, right? We lost so much of knowledge. Okay, so somebody has to document it, na?
That's true. No, I agree with those. Now we
started the documentation process, madam.
Yeah. I agree, Professor, for that. I agree, sir. I agree.
Definitely it irritates because we are not.
Yeah. For a teacher like me, it irritates. But even then, we are in the process of building the institution.
Madam, you are having the mass cards from first standard to MSc.
Yeah.
You are having, na? But you ask your mother how many things she is having. She will say, why I have to have, after marriage, I have thrown everything.
It's the same attitude.
But somewhere this documentation has to be introduced into our culture, madam. That is the thing. Otherwise, we won't survive in this world. Okay, digitalization has come now. That is academic bank of credit is there. Okay, so all these things are necessary, madam. All these things are necessary.
We've
Otherwise,
just passed through the first accreditation. My first government appointment college has gone through the first accreditation, and we in fact built it was 15 years that my institution had not gone. So first time it went, and we got a B grade. We found it to be a process of building documents for our institution.
No,
we
madam,
had work to
please,
we had work.
madam, it is the word what you are using, building the document. No, it should be there in the institution.
Yeah, it is there.
We are not keeping. That's why we are struggling. If everybody was kept in the admission register is there, stock register is there, everything is there. If everything was there, then no need.
Could have been,
conducted a program. Okay, for conducting the program, you will take the permission of your head of the institution. Money will be released. You will conduct the program. It will be hosted. Photos will be taken. You will put it in your social media profile. Everything you will do it. But why don't you keep it in your one copy in your department?
That's true.
Money is given by your department. So it's your moral responsibility, social responsibility to give the document back to the institution. We don't do it. We say that, sir, tomorrow we'll give. I don't know, tomorrow will not come. Okay.
Fine, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.